Welcome back, guys, to Let's Talk Lenawee by Visit Lenawee, where we talk everything that's going on in Lenawee County. And for our second episode today, we have Jude Walser, our guest from Mammoth Distillery, the tasting room manager, right?
Correct.
Okay. Introduce Mammoth Distillery for those who don't know about the company and kind of how they ended up here in downtown Adrian.
Sure. So Mammoth Distilling is a Michigan distillery. We produce all of our own spirits. We started out, Mammoth started in 2013.
Okay.
It was started by Tracy Hickman and her husband, Chad Munger. Uh, and Tracy is from Adrian, and she's a native of Adrian. Although the business began in near Torch Lake.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow.
And that was a project that the two of them were able to do together. They both had separate careers, and this was something that they were able to come together and do. And it's over the last 10 years, it's been very successful. All of the production still happens up there currently.
Okay.
But we have 5 different tasting rooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one in Adrian being the most recent one.
Right.
And Adrian is kind of the hometown location. Obviously, Tracy's family still lives here in town.
Okay.
And so they were very excited to bring it downstate because the other tasting rooms have all been up near the lakes, up near
Right.
the distillery itself.
Interesting. I did not know
Yeah.
that the owner, one of the owners,
Yeah.
was from Adrian. So when you said Hickman, I thought maybe there was a
Right,
relation there.
yeah.
Just 'cause a lot of
Yeah.
people would probably recognize that name
Yeah.
or Lenawee. But wow, that's interesting. Cool.
Yeah, I've learned to recognize that name since working for the company, but yes.
So were
Yeah.
you one that was brought on board when Tasting Room opened here in Adrian to help start it up?
Yeah, exactly. I've been bartending and working in other distilleries for going on 20 years now. But I was brought on with Mammoth to open the Adrian tasting room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's been a ride since, huh?
Yeah, it has been a ride, but we've been doing it's been really well, as you know.
Mhm.
We've done all these whiskey blendings, and we've got regular business. We've got events, we've got
Mhm.
weddings. It's been really great here
Yeah.
in
Well,
Lenawee County.
I love about the tasting room is the look inside. Like that big drink mammoth on the wall. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just such a good like photo op. So right when you walk in, your eyes are drawn for people who haven't been
Mm-hmm.
to this drink
Yeah.
mammoth that's like LED lights and like that's like the first thing you want to do is go snap a picture in front of
No,
the
yeah,
drink
and
mammoth.
yeah, you see so many people doing selfies right in front of that.
Yeah.
Whether it's in front of the drink mammoth sign or the bottle shelf. Right?
Yeah. Right.
That's where people are doing
Oh,
all the
right, where
selfies.
all the
Yeah.
spirits are.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's such a cool atmosphere and just like right when you walk in, just it's like a
Yeah.
rustic but like modern industrial kind of.
Sure. And I think that's part of the Mammoth brand,
Mhm.
right? Because Mammoth originates in northern Michigan, where it can be the elements can get kind of rough sometimes,
Right,
and
yeah.
that's the whole idea is Mammoth's look is branding about being able to be rugged and tough out the elements, and even the Mammoth name, think about Mammoth as the creature. That's part of where the name came from,
Mhm. Oh,
right?
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Being able to tough out the hard times and do what we need to do to make things happen, to have
Mhm.
solutions. And in the distilling world, sometimes you've got agriculture, you've got different things going on in production, different things going on in
Mhm.
distribution. You've got to
Yeah,
you know
go with it. Let's talk about the type of spirits that Mammoth offers because there's more than just whiskey.
Sure. I would say we're primarily a whiskey company. At the moment, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different whiskeys available. 2 of our flagship whiskeys, our flagship rye and our flagship bourbon, that we produce consistently, but we always have some rotating single barrel or small batch products, right?
Okay.
But in addition to that, we do have our OGs, the vodka and the gin, which I could go on and on about both of those products, like our non-barrel aged products, the vodka and the gin that we started with. They're both just so phenomenal.
Yeah.
We do offer a cherry bounce, which is a cherry liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whiskey based, cherry infused, sweetened after the fact. And then there's some cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, that sort of things added. That's very popular during the holidays. And we have a coffee liqueur that's really popular as well.
I didn't realize that.
So for your White Russians and revolvers and that sort of thing. So they're like, again, we are primarily whiskey oriented, but we do have the whole gambit, and we use all of them in our cocktail lists. The cherry bounce in particular, I think, is really really cool because it's so it's such a versatile liqueur.
Yeah.
You can use it in whiskey cocktails, vodka cocktails, gin
yeah,
cocktails, rum
right.
cocktails. There's so many cool things that can be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we have a rum, and we also have some non-alcoholic things. We do some, we brand we've got a Bloody Mary mix.
Yeah.
And our cocktail cherries, which are two non-alcoholic ingredients.
Okay.
That we retail as well.
I gotta try the Bloody Mary mix.
That's
gotta be my next
really
one.
Cool. It's really cool. I've always been a fan of Bloody Marys, and over the years, I've found there's all kinds of different brands out there of mixes that you can get, right? And there's one that back in the day, I used to think was one of my favorites, but since I found the Mammoth Bloody Mary mix, and this is before being even an employee here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was familiar with the Mammoth brand for several years before I came on board as an employee. And I really respect their products, and the Bloody Mary mix is really, really cool.
So a non-biased. Yeah. So lots of products that Mammoth offers, but there's also a really cool experience that people can get into, which we did at Visit Lenawee, and it was so cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. So it's the whiskey blending experience where you sample, taste, blend, and bottle. What is that about?
Yes. So, there's so much to be said there.
Yeah.
So the whiskey blending experience. So many people have been to a whiskey tasting, right, where you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 different samples lined up, and you're tasting and sampling them, and talking about them. So the blending experience starts off like that, right? But then every individual gets to everyone's got a little syringe, right? And they're actually, after they taste, they're blending, so they can start mixing in different ways. And you've got plenty of different glasses to try out your different mixes with. And I know Visit Lenawee did a blend, and you guys did a barrel blend, I believe.
Yes.
I think you guys did a 10 gallon barrel.
Yeah.
So that's one thing where the group gets together, everyone starts blending, and then they kind of either vote. I think we did a vote for yours.
Yeah, we did a vote.
Or everyone agrees on a recipe to blend their barrel. But we also do whiskey blendings for individuals. So parties of 4 or more can come together, and every individual has their own setup in front of them, and every single individual person can make their own individual blend, which we then bottle up for them, and they go home with their own personal bottle at the end of the day.
That's awesome.
And we've started so because of the nature of the setup of that sort of thing, we usually have that for parties of 4 or more, right? Okay. But I've started doing about twice a month now, like open enrollment, so I'll just have 20 seats.
Oh,
and
right.
So individuals can come, and like 1 or 2 people can come and just fill up the seats.
It's like a group of people.
So you just kind of snowball smaller groups together, right?
That's awesome.
And it's a lot of fun and we're working with dynamite samples. Like these are all barrels that nothing that we've ever bottled before. Single barrel picks that our distillers have selected. Some bourbon, some rye. Try to keep it like a nice diverse mix,
right?
Of bourbons, rye, something with a secondary finish. Maybe it's been in a cognac cask or a maple barrel cask or a port sherry cask or something like that. Uh, and older age statements too. Anything from
Yeah.
8 to 12, 16 years, anywhere in there.
Yeah.
And it's completely guided. It's an educational thing.
It is.
Personally, I like to keep the educational aspect short at the beginning because sometimes
Yeah.
you'll lose people, right?
Oh, yeah, I can see that,
Sometimes
but
people just want to, get
I
to it.
enjoyed that the most, Jude.
Oh,
Hearing you
okay.
talk
Cool.
about
Thanks.
the history
Yeah,
on
yeah.
each blend or each, what are they called? I don't know. Barrel samples that
Right,
we had
right,
in
right.
front of us was
How barrel aging works, how fermentation,
yeah.
distillation works, and like what's the difference between bourbon and rye and that sort of thing. So we get a lot of those types of questions, but I like to keep the educational aspect short up front and let the questions bubble to the surface from the people who want them.
People are going, yeah. So the blending experience, I loved it. It was fun. So people check it out. How do they get involved? Like you mentioned, if there's individuals that want to sign up for these open enrollment ones.
Yeah. Well, I have people that call and ask about when we're doing those.
Okay.
Because I try to schedule 1 or 2 a month.
Okay.
And then I'll just put them on my email list and let them know when we have more scheduled.
Okay.
But yeah, usually we have about 1 or 2 a month that if you don't have a group of 4 or more, you can come to the open enrollment ones.
Okay. So call or just stop in and they could find some information on
absolutely.
the next one. Okay.
100%.
Good to know. It's so cool. I felt like a scientist. It was like a science project when we were there with the syringes.
It is science. It's blending. There's so much that goes into it, and we talk to you about a lot of people wonder where to start. Like, okay, I like this one. I like this one. Do I just like mix them 50-50? And that's a great place to start. But we also talk about the science of blending and things to pay attention to, where you're tasting things on your palate, where you're tasting things over time, temporal resolution of different whiskeys, and how you can blend things to make a product that is, greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
So it might sound intimidating at first, but usually people have a lot of fun, and we talk a little bit about like, here are things you can pay attention to.
Yeah.
Here are things that here's how to blend to make something that is truly unique and special.
Yeah, no, it's such a unique experience. So highly recommend if you're thinking about trying, go there and do it. So other unique offerings that Mammoth has is so much for weddings, discounted, direct purchases, personalized packaging, bar menu consultation. I mean, like there's a whole slew, right?
Yeah. So I get a lot of requests about weddings, and basically the short answer is we can do as much or as little as you want us to. Right? We would love to take care of your wedding from top to bottom as far as all of your bar needs. Sometimes that's not in everyone's budget. Sometimes it's not what everyone's looking for. But we can do everything from providing the spirits and of course bulk discounts to I had someone just a couple months ago who really loved the cherry bounce. So they decided to buy, I think it was like almost 50 bottles, like 2 cases of cherry bounce, and gave them out as souvenirs to their wedding guests.
Wow.
And we can personalize the bottle. So secondary stickers. I forget exactly what was on theirs, but it was something along the lines of, Robert and Maria, 6, 12, 22, like a commemoration sticker like on each bottle that they gave out to their guests. So
it was great having you on today and talking everything about Mammoth. There's so much more to the place. So I hope everyone goes and checks you out, which we didn't mention. Your location, address, can you tell us that, and hours?
Yeah. So we're open 7 days a week. We're right downtown Adrian, 108 East Maumee Street, which is just a couple doors down from the Four Corners. Again, we're open 7 days a week. We open at 5 p.m. currently, 5 to 10 weekdays, and then on Fridays and Saturdays, we're open from noon till 11 at least.
Okay.
If it's popping, we'll keep it rolling.
Keep going. So, lots of live music too.
Yeah. We do live music on Fridays right now. We're going to open it up to Fridays and Saturdays. We've got some amazing musicians.
Yeah.
John Torrance, Native Heart, Noah Martis, We every single musician that we have has like their own little kind of cult following. So they bring in folks. But yeah, live music currently on Fridays only from 7:30 to 10:30.
Okay.
But we'll probably open that back up again to Saturdays after we get through the winter.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
So check you guys out on Facebook, Instagram,
Yep.
and mammothdistilling.com.
Yep, Mammoth Distilling on Facebook and on Instagram, and yeah, mammothdistilling.com has our website, and all of our events are posted up there as well. So we do not only these blendings, but different pairing dinners and other events like that we do.
Yeah,
that are a lot of fun. Those are usually posted on the website.
So much. Thanks, Jude. It's been fun having you on and talking everything about Mammoth. For those coming out of town to check out Mammoth Distillery, visit Lenawee.com for your hotel and accommodation needs, and we'll see you guys soon.